Hello everyone, it's me, Grast, your favorite neighborhood friendly Protoss player. And I got my cup of coffee here. You can see the little Zerglings. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee straight from the spawning pool. And today we are going to watch some PvZ Protoss against Zerg. We'll check what happened last week. We had some interesting clashes. PvZ, what can I say? We are about to watch some games of... Let me check the list quickly. We got ZZ against Satik, Y2Kit against Insu, and also cdfyer against Ronin. 3 best of 3 matches, PvZ, and yeah, zdrasti, Joro, hi Dopa. Yeah, so basically under me, downstairs, you can see the link to the YouTube channel where you can check more from the European Noob League or Chobu League or whatever league you can call it. There are different casts already uploaded, and many more are yet to come. Already, let's see, right now this week we have this challenge which is called the tiebreaker series, and we are at the final stages. So we got some real cool content coming up around the corner, and already there is plenty. Also, shout out yesterday, Honey Badger, together with Insu, casted some of the matches that we had in the second Pro Tour. So you see, there are different things that are going on at the same time. And right now I need to find where I have stored the replays from the race war that we are about to watch. So this PvZ will begin with the match between cdfyer against Ronin. It's a PvZ Polestar. It is the first map for all the matches that we are going to watch. And let me get to my OBS so I can switch the screen and show you the action. So again, we're starting it. High Watt, yes, Easter StarCraft, absolutely. Yeah, the best StarCraft is the StarCraft in the morning, together with a cup of coffee, some Zerg tears, and cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Alright, so Polestar is the map. The first best of 3 for today is cdfyer against Ronin. They both got super good colors, so there's no need for shift tab to change them. We don't want to watch Manchester United against Chelsea or something like that. We can watch the yellow Protoss against the magenta Zerg. So the Zerg is Ronin, he is on the top right side, and bottom right side we can see cdfyer. What can I say about those players? cdfyer is about B rank, maybe high C, low B rank, and from what I have seen, he likes to open without Stargate, so he's inclined to bet more on heavy land composition, mostly of zealots early on. On the other side, Ronin, he's about his level, maybe not yet low B, but definitely C or high C level. I can say that he's a versatile player, but still he lacks some strength in the decision-making department. He is very impulsive, but I hope this means that we will watch some cool games. And yeah, Ronin started with an overpull. He will try to get an expand going soon, while we see cdfyer open for a gateway expand. I thought that he's going to go for forge expand, but gateway is his decision to go for. Just the thing that I don't like is that he's really rushing his nexus even before his second zealot, which means that he might be vulnerable, especially against such opening like an overpull. But it's really important for Ronin to have his 6 Zerglings to be able to punish it, but we see that he only has 4 for now, and they are far away from the nature of cdfyer, so there is no way for him to punish his super early nexus without the support of the needed zealots. Alright, cdfyer is going greedy there, getting his assimilator even before the forge. He doesn't feel threatened in any way. And he even thinks that he might be able to punish the Zerg. We see the Zerg started to mine gas from the extractor, which might mean that he will go for metabolic boost or maybe super early lair. cdfyer focused for some reason the hatchery while he had to focus on the units, but still, if he has a good micro, he will be able to kill all the Zerglings, which didn't engage really well, to be honest. By the way, I'm going on a short pause, and I would like to ask you guys, how is the sound? Because right now, to me, the sound in the game is a little bit high, but you can see the digital volume meter is really on the low side. Maybe I can just lower down the whole volume from my desktop. Yeah, disaster micro by the Zerg. It was really not good. You can see all the zealots hurt, but not enough to die. And that's all just because Ronin, for some reason, decided to go for 2 or 4 Zerglings early on, despite that he was going for an overpull, which is a build that is really safe, mostly because you have the opportunity to produce... okay, finally he'll clear this out, maybe. But not before another drone bites the dust. So the overpull is really safe build because early on you can get 6 or even 8 Zerglings with which you can semi-contain the opponent, the Protoss, and in this case Ronin didn't do it. He was greedy to get more drones, and this in general just contradicts the whole build, the whole opening. You better just go for 12 pull or 12 hatchery if you intend to get these extra drones before that. But however, we'll continue. cdfyer is eager to kill this egg, which will block units later on, but right now it can help if for some reason Ronin goes for large Zergling dive, if we can call it this way. On the other side, what we have? Citadel of Adun, still a lot of gas for Ronin, and nothing has been built on his side. Oh, alright, lair. And this is a quite smart choice, building the lair with the hurt hatchery, because it was really low on HP, and it helps to strengthen it a little bit at least. And now we see cdfyer has 5 zealots that cannot be matched at all by those 8 or 10 zerglings that were, but will not be. Some extra drones for Ronin going on, and yeah, good choice for the Spire, especially since okay, Stargate for cdfyer. I didn't expect this. Usually cdfyer is a player who likes to go for 630 zealot push with +1 attack, but this time he goes for another approach. And did I see wrong? But it looked like that he cancelled the Corsair. However, it's still okay. An extra hatchery for Ronin, maybe another one soon, but that Overlord really hurt him, and this one will hurt him even more, most probably. Yeah, he is trying to run around the Zealots, but Zealots are kicking the butt of the Zerglings. Here are the flying ducks in production. How many are they? 5. 5 Mutalisks, just the right number, so to be able to snipe a probe here and there. And in the meantime, there was a Stargate. There is this Stargate from cdfyer, but there are no Corsairs. Probably he is thinking that Ronin is going straight for Hydra then, without even scouting him. So he's assuming a little bit too much, I think, at least at this stage of the game. The nice thing for cdfyer is that he is researching Storm, and he finally has his first Corsair out. Now the Mutalisks were seen and they need to go back. Another Overlord is going to die, and again supply block, in fact a heavy supply block for Ronin, and cdfyer is trying to snipe the hatchery, and he might even be able to kill the lair. Whoa, 14 HP. Really close, so close. Man, if I was cdfyer I would be mad. But there is DT there. Also an interesting choice for another base maybe, or just a cannon or two to block Ronin's attempts of getting an expo there. Mutalisks did something, but already cdfyer has plenty of Corsairs. Not plenty, but just enough to block such small amount of mutas. And now Ronin has some more mutas, but also cdfyer has some more Corsairs. And yeah, I believe that the gateway explosion is pending. We have to see much more gateways in just a few minutes from now. Oh, good snipe. That was really important snipe, especially since cdfyer has only 1 HT. Never mind that he went for super early storm research. He only had just 1 High Templar, and if Ronin had like 20, let's say 20 is a good number, 20 Hydralisks behind this, he would be able to even smash this whole thing, but that's not the case. So there is no point in theory crafting too much. Yeah, 5 Corsairs are really good to block the Mutalisks. Right now they're just enough and provide cdfyer with calm state of mind. Maybe another High Templar will bite the dust, but no, Ronin isn't fast enough to snipe it. Why the dive, man? You okay, just simple advice for Ronin. In such cases, you just want to somehow to pull the Protoss army towards you, and when the Protoss units are split at least to some degree, you want to dive in from left or right side, wherever, and snipe High Templars. And since especially now cdfyer only has 2 High Templars, more will be coming soon, but since he has only 2 High Templars, this whole army of his is really vulnerable. And Ronin has a great opportunity, never mind the slacky opening, to just move into the mid game with something like an advantage. After all, he has 40 to 50 drones workers, so this is really healthy comparison between both economies. But from there, it's really important what are you going to do with this economy that you have there, because you need lurkers, and they're in the research tab right now, so this is good. Maybe a little bit late, but it is good. You have some lurkers real soon, so to be able to get more expos like this one. And these Mutalisks are just good to snipe some, to shave off some probes. Yeah, exactly this. Excellent, real good damage for these Mutalisks. Right now the worker count is almost equal, which is probably the best thing that a Zerg can dream at the 13th minute of the game. Okay, 14th almost, but yeah. At this stage of the game, if you have the equal number of workers with the Protoss, you should be really happy with it. And now cdfyer, he's really not sure how to approach the Zerg, but I believe he's really tempted to go into this hive that is being researched and kill it. After all, the Hatcher was left on with 14 health points, and now Ronin needs to arrange his troops in a good way so he can welcome the Protoss army, the Protoss armada. No lurkers there, he needed to split away. Probably this expo is going to die with just a few storms if cdfyer isn't so hesitant, in fact. And okay, there is the robotics facility, and there are some observers outside, but okay, there is also with the army another observer, which is really important for him to be able to kill lurkers. The thing that I'm really missing for Ronin is scouting around the map, just some units, man. We have played tons of games, and he's already almost always has some units around the expanse, so he can see whenever I attempt to get an expo going, but not in this game. And now really good flanking for cdfyer. He was able to surround almost all the Zerg army, and while this Ronin Ronin just had to keep his position wherever his position was. Here these Zerglings are really good, but there is no adrenal glands yet, so they're not so deadly as Zergs would like them to be. And this is what, the fourth, even fifth expo for cdfyer. Yeah, this expand was really early, and he cannot transition probes from one side of the map to the other, at least not easily. A small Zerg army, but there is just no chance for 10 Zerglings to do anything. These Mutalisks did some good damage, but they could be really more efficient than, yeah, way more efficient. And this Dark Templar is on patrol for eternity, only killed one drone, I think, really early before that. Or maybe it was just a Zergling and we missed it. However, cdfyer is trying to go for another attack. Now the Zerglings got their adrenal glands, and this is a good amount of lurkers there, but there are no lurkers at the nature of Ronin, and it is super open, only just a single scorch, while there are like, how many? At least 3 observers. Yeah, nice backstab with the Zerglings, especially focusing on the Dragoons, but this is a huge army for the Protoss. Yeah, of course, the workers are great against Zealots, but after that there are plenty of Dragoons, more reinforcements for the Zerg are coming. Hopefully he will be able to block the army of cdfyer, who really missed having some important high Templars and Storms. He really needed them to be able to shave off a large amount of Zerglings and maybe storm once or twice the Lurkers, which you can see those two have 8 kills, and there was another one who helped a lot. And finally Ronin found out about this expo here, which is kind of open. It won't be really hard for him to kill it, if he has the tools to do so. And in general, Ronin had quite a good macro in this game. Oh, don't suicide them, man. Quite good macro. You can see the resource tab for him, plenty of drones, but the way he used his units so far is really bad. Oh, I can hear this Dark Templar slashing. Yeah. Just remember, this was 14 HP, so close. Whoa, the DT killed the hatchery, it wasn't even cancelled. Not so cool. And now, alright, we have some lurkers, plenty of drones at the natural, no, good amount of drones at the main, plenty of drones at the third base, and almost no drones at the fourth base. And yeah, GG, this is a nice turn. cdfyer had a huge lead almost throughout the whole game, and mostly just because Ronin missed his opportunity early on, because he went for overpull with 2 Zerglings. What the fuck? Yeah, super strange to me. Why do you go for overpull if you go just for 2 Zerglings? Second game. Now Ronin has the chance to pick the map which he would like to play against cdfyer, and he is picking Radeon, which is another 4-player map, pretty standard. I expect that he won't go for any crazy strategies. Usually if one of the players loses in the first game, then picks something for special tactics. He usually likes to go for something quite different as a layout and as a number of players, I mean for the map. Alright, let's go. Radeon, 4-player map, cdfyer against Ronin. Second game, cdfyer is leading with 1-0. Won the first game. cdfyer is on the top right side, and on the bottom left we can see Ronin, his Zerg. Making overlords, cdfyer making pylons, but this we'll see just in a minute. Yeah, after this drone. By the way, just food for thought. When you're playing Zerg and the mineral line is on the left side of you, you can just select the larvas together with this overlord, for example, hit S for a stop, and then at the same moment after that move the overlord to the direction that it was going to. This way you will move all your larvas on the left side of the hatchery, and they will be closer to the mineral line, so once they're produced it will be easier or quicker, more quick for them to get to the mineral line, and this will save you like 1 or 2 seconds additional, which can really help. So the positions where the mineral line is on the left side and there is a Zerg, they are usually Zerg favored. Just a little bit, but really helps. This for the folks who are not so familiar with all the tiny things that we have in StarCraft. So, something different from cdfyer in this one. We see that he's going for an Forge Expand. This is probably the most safe opening for Protoss against Zerg, and after all, in the first game cdfyer won. So there is this thing that if you win the first game, you might feel that it's better just to get into the super safe opening state where you'll be safe, you won't die, just want to move into the mid game or maybe in the late game and win like you did in the previous game. So now again, just 4 Zerglings for Ronin. Somebody told him to do so and it is not good. For example, like in this scenario, we have a single cannon. Single cannon, is just enough to kill 4 Zerglings. But if you have 6 Zerglings, the Protoss will need to get at least those 2 probes here to block 6 Zerglings, and 6 Zerglings will be able to kill the cannon with, I think 3 will be alive after that. And 3 Zerglings without a cannon, they will easily be able to kill at least some probes, maybe even the pylon, and then just kill everything the Protoss has. Like cdfyer is going for super safe opening, but he isn't safe at all. Unless you go for such a lousy approach to this opening like Ronin is going for, just for Zerglings. And this whole thing is a huge missed opportunity for the Zerg to punish greedy play by the Protoss. It's huge. I cannot emphasize enough how huge this is. Just think about it. You can win a game in like 3 minutes, or you can spend 30 minutes wrestling a greedy Protoss. It's a no-brainer choice, but yeah, some people like to be difficult. And yeah, sorry Ronin when you're watching this about the harsh words, but that's the reality of StarCraft. And it is war. It's not like a walk in the park. It is war. It's war for survival. After all, this a race war between Protoss and Zerg. So, pretty standard on Ronin's side. There is the third hatchery, quick air attack for cdfyer. Maybe he intends to go for Corsairs, and since in the first game he went for the Spire and he's able to scout everything that Ronin has. Of course, he sees the lair, he sees the Spire, so he's 100% sure that there will be some air units. +1 attack is a good choice for him. Maybe at this moment, if I was cdfyer, I would just go with this Corsair, hunt some overlords around the map, and once the Spire is done on the Zerg side of the map, I'll just retreat and finish this overlord, and maybe this one if I know that it is there. Also, it's always a good thing to have a cannon nearby the Stargate, so later on, when Scourges are out, they might want to hunt down fresh and new Corsairs. So this cannon will kill them, assuming that there might be such Scourges. But there is no rush yet. As you see, the Spire just got ready. Now the first Scourge, the first pair of Scourges is in production. And after killing this Overlord, cdfyer must run, unless he wants to risk dying to Scourges. And okay, another pair. Quite good. Really good damage, by the way, for cdfyer. I'm just not really liking this, that he lost both of his Corsairs, and also he is missing this Overlord. I just like to split around Corsairs around the map, kill those Overlords that are more further away, and then get back and destroy something back nearby my home place. So we will have leg speed done in like 10 seconds from now. +1 attack is ready, so it means that Zealots will kill just by 2 shots any Zergling in front of them, unless the Zergling has the armor upgrade, but that's not the case, as we see. A good amount of Hydralisks at home for Ronin. Well placed Sunkens. Maybe this one I'll place it here, but it's okay. This is not really good because it was quite open. A lot of open space for the Zealots to move in. However, that's a good amount of Hydralisks that will kill any attempt of cdfyer to do anything, pretty much. And yeah, that's good. That's really good. Ronin lost like 2 or 3 Hydras and not more than 2 drones. So that's quite good for the Zerg, and we see the number of workers for both players is really close, which also is pretty good for the Zerg. But from now on, whoa, that's a lot of drones. After all, as a Zerg, you want to have about the equal number of drones, like equal to the number of mineral patches that you are mining from. If you have way more drones than the mineral patches, you should think about the next expo. Plenty of cannons. I think they will save the day for cdfyer, at least for now. There is no way for Ronin to break this. Yeah. And now the thing that Ronin is going for is second or maybe first evo chamber. Yeah, second, and also he already has +1 attack, which is quite nice, especially since the armor upgrade for cdfyer is not ready yet. This means that the hydralisks are really efficient against zealots, but this will be just for another 30 seconds or so. The next thing is cdfyer adding some more gateways. How many are they? 5, 7. 7 gateways is good, especially since there is one more at the front, so there are 8, and 8 gateways is the magic number for this stage of the game, around the 11th minute, or maybe even around the 10th minute, but it's okay. It's good. It's good for cdfyer. The thing that isn't really good for cdfyer is that he really needs like 10 more probes. Okay, some more drones are moving back at home, and since at home you have more mineral patches than the other expos, you should aim to have more expanse. Oh, why kill this? There is no reason to kill this. You should aim to have slightly more drones at your main than what you have at your nature or third base or some other expo besides the main. And now lurkers are about to be done. For Ronin, we can see that the robotics is done, and also there is the building for the observers, but we don't have observers yet, so it will softly contain cdfyer for another minute or so. But already Ronin lost quite a lot of units to those storms. These were quite juicy storms. Let's see, 5, 2, 2. Not so many kills. Not a little number, of course, but not so many kills. But they really softened the army of Ronin. And I see that Ronin selected those hydras that were hurt to produce lurkers out of them. This is a good thing. This is quite nice. Yeah, a lot of drones. Just move 3 from each base to this 4th base and get a 5th one. And you will become a monster in a minute. Nice storm dodges, but I really miss some Zerglings maybe together with the Hydralisk. However, cdfyer put himself in a bad spot. After all, it would be better for him just to shave off everything from this side and push the whole army of Ronin towards the left. So this way he will face a line instead of being surrounded by many units around him. But there is plenty of units for cdfyer, not so many units for Ronin. I should say that Ronin has quite good upgrades right now, but he needs to be more precise with his unit movement, just to be able to do more. And finally, we see that Ronin has units at the right spots, at least to see that there are expos going for cdfyer, and now he must organize some kind of two-prone attack, just attack one of the expos and the other, in fact both of them, and you will be able to kill at least one of those. Yep, like this one, but right now just don't attack a single expo with whole your army. You can do it half of the army here, half of the army there, wherever he goes to follow you, to block you, just run away, save some time, and in the meantime kill the other expo. This is the way for the Zerg at this stage. You won't be able just to kill him face to face, but you will be able to do damage, and you need to be strategical with the damage that you are going to do. Yeah, and cdfyer has a good macro, but the thing that he is really missing is pro production before that, and that's the reason why he's so low on echo and not so high on limit right now. It's the 16th minute of the game. He should be around 160, 180 maybe, to be huge and big and fat. And that's where the Zerg really shines, because the Protoss is really huge and fat, but this means that he's slow, so the Zerg can toy with him. But the key word is that he can. If you don't do the right things, it just doesn't happen. And like, this is not the right thing. You lure all this Protoss army at this place and attack his army, and just waste like 30 Zerglings for a Dragoon. Yeah, that's what died for cdfyer. Everything else is alive, and Ronin keeps throwing units at the same spot over and over and over again. And now he isn't going to the right side, he's just going to the middle, where all the units for cdfyer are coming. Yeah, that's good for cdfyer, of course. That's really good. And have in mind that it's almost 18th minute. If Ronin played his cards well, he could have been getting even the 6th expo by now, with way more army. He has a really huge number of workers, and you can see his bank, it's really big. Even ultralisks, he can produce 10 ultralisks out of thin air, just straight away. 10 ultralisks, boom. Not this game. This expo for Ronin will be find out. And now the huge armor for cdfyer, just clearing this other attempt for Ronin to get this expo. More zealots. Yeah, overall I really like how cdfyer played, but the thing that I would say is just pump more probes. Like 10 more probes and you'll be golden. And Ronin really needs to be mindful about his army movement. He could do a lot more but needs to be mindful where he is moving and how he is moving. Just because in this game he did some not so clever things that costed him tons of units, and it's not really good in a strategy game in general, like StarCraft. Nice turn. Yeah, that. And with this one, we saw how cdfyer took the lead for the Protoss against Zerg. We can see good APM for both players. Ronin is close to 300. We're in the pro gamer zone, but it's not everything about the clicks. Yeah, we need quite a lot more than just clicks. Yeah, Dopa. Sorry, but there is a lot of mistakes in these games, and I would prefer just to point the mistakes to the players, so after they watch it, they will be able to learn from the experience. But yeah, I take this feedback, and we'll be able to focus more on the good things, like how wonderfully these 5 Metalisks killed 2 props. Yeah. Satik against Azizi. That's gonna be interesting one. That's the second match. There's the second match, Satik Azizi. Satik is really crafty player. Azizi is, I should say, mindful player. So I hope for something a little bit higher level in this one. And yeah, Polestar is the first map, and then we'll see who wins and who picks the next map. One zero for the Protoss mates, and we have Satik against Azizi. Satik is from Czechia, Azizi is I think from Serbia, so it's a suave battle also, not just a racial battle between Protoss and Zerg. Again, like in the previous best of 3, where Ronin was on the top right side and cdfyer was on the bottom right side, we see Azizi on the bottom right, Protoss is there, and Zerg. I think Zergs just reserved the spot at top right. Yeah, that might be the case. Azizi goes for Scout right after the pylon, which almost always means that he's going for an Forge Expo build. It's a little bit tricky here, but I suspect that Zerglings will be able to move through the deck and the pylon between them. But we'll see if Satik will be able to do something out of this. He's going for an overpull, pretty safe, standard opening, which provides you with a lot of options early on, and also, of course, you're safe against a lot of things that can be thrown at you. Here is the Forge for Azizi, so that's good. The setting for Azizi is that he will be scouting the Zerg on the third attempt, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's not a biggie. It's unfortunate mostly because in some cases when the Zerg might go for 12 pull or even 12 hatchery. You can just skip the forge for a little bit early on and just go for the nexus before the not forge, the cannon. Just go for the nexus before the cannon. However, in this game, in this case, it's all good. And again, Satik is going for these 4 Zerglings. Maybe I'm missing some kind of meta development around the strategies for the Zerg. But my main philosophy is to punish mistakes. And if I don't have the tools to punish mistakes, I cannot push mistakes from the other side from the opponent. Good positioning of the units, of the buildings, I mean. Satik is going really greedy here. He has a plan, I'm sure. I'm 100% sure that he has a plan to have something large and big like 3 minutes from now. The next is almost ready. We should see a cybercore from Azizi any moment soon. This pylon wasn't really a must at this moment since the Nexus was produced, and you can see the huge limit gap that he can play around with. Okay, here is the cyber core, and on the other side there is this hydralisk den with 4 hatcheries, evo chamber as well. So this probably means that Satik is going for something like a semi-Owen or at least heavy hydra pressure from his side. I know from experience that he likes to transition this into a lurker contain, which he is doing really well, I should say. Now we see a quick Citadel of a Doom together with another gateway, not a Corsair. So if Azizi doesn't see anything much with those 3 zealots, he might be in the dark, but I think he will see. There is no way for him not to see that there is this Hydra Den and also these Hydralisks. So he should be ready in time with his cannon wall in a minute. Like now, or maybe like not now. Do you see? Okay, so Hydralisks. Now is the moment to put more cannons. Cannons, please. Yeah, that was good from Azizi, especially since he was able to delay just a little bit, but maybe enough, the Hydralisk advancement. And there aren't so many Hydralisks from Satik who goes for this super early lair, which I missed for quite a bit. And this lair provides Satik with a lot of flexibility. He will be able to go for lurkers, he can go just for a super quick hive tech, he might go for even for Spire. And the nice thing for Satik also is that he was able to get a Zergling inside the Protoss main, so he saw all of his tech. He saw also that there was no Stargate from his side, which is kind of important intel to gather. Leg speed kicks in. Do satik has enough? He tried to block the zealots with a few zerglings there, but it isn't easy, man. It isn't easy at all. Some nice damage satik is going to do here. Whoa! Quite nice drone drill there. Helped a lot to block these zealots. And now Zizi has over 600 minerals. Maybe another round of gateways is pending, just to be able to outproduce your opponent. And satik has some quite nice number of drones in these games, I should say, like 34 to 45. It's similar to the games of Ronin and cdfyer that we watched earlier. Now the question is, what will satik do with his really strong economy? First of all, quite a difference is that he researched the armor upgrade first, and now he researches the melee upgrade for the zerglings and ultralisks, which, at least for us as observers, might point us in this direction that satik is probably going for hive tech and a lot of quick and dirty attacks. Six gateways, close to a 10th minute. I like chasing the number 8, but it's good. Some players are alright with 6 gates. The thing is that when you have 6 gates, it's really difficult to guard and to secure your third base, while when you have 8 gateways, you usually have enough to overpower your opponent and push him on the one side of the map, while you can also take an expo on your side of the map. This is the key difference between 6 and 8 gateways in the mid game. Observer should be made any moment now. This is a quite nice run by. This puts satik in defensive mode, and Zizi, I like this that he isn't really eager to suicide these zealots. After all, they are more useful alive around the map, just to scout and hunt down stray units, than to die to a single cannon and 4 or 5 zerglings. And that's a quite good contain for satik. You see the distance between the lurkers is almost perfect. Like, it is perfect, except maybe here, which we see that there are 2 lurkers that might be hit by a storm, but everything else is top notch. That's the way that's textbook how a Zerg should approach a contain. And the only things that he is missing yet is that he doesn't have the Hydra speed, which is okay. After all, he rushed for the lair. Whoa, that's quite a mistake here, wasting so many storms, so much energy. Yeah, sometimes such little things like being too nervous and pushing 3 storms on the same place can cost you a whole game, especially against such positions where the Zerg is containing you. It's really tough for the Protoss to get out of such places. But we see that Azizi is going out. There is just one worker left. And yeah, that's good. That's really nice of Azizi. He was able to break out what looked like a really strong contain. Maybe the missing link for Satik is this, that he didn't have the Hydra speed at the moment when Azizi tried to push out, but yeah, quite nice. Well done by Azizi, I should say. Really well done. And the Hive is done. Adrenal is also done. So cracklings are on the field. And this is the following Zerg contain. This map is really hard sometimes against Zergs, since here Zerg can organize a huge contain, which can be really hard to break for the Protoss. And then there is this high ground, which is also really tough to break for the Protoss. And I don't mean it's unbreakable or something like that, but these just 3 lurkers can kill a lot of units if the Protoss isn't careful enough when engaging them. So what do we see? 8 gateways, the magic number again. Some cannons for Azizi trying to secure this third base, while on the other side there is already 2-1 upgraded Zerglings with crack and speed, and also there is somewhere around the map a neutralist cavern which is researching this upgrade, which is for the armor, I think. Yeah, Ultralisk armor. This provides additional armor to every Ultralisk that has been produced in the game, that will be produced in the game, because I don't see any lurkers yet. 6 are about to go out. And that's a lot of Zerglings. The stores were so-so, they hurt quite a lot of Zerglings, but right now these Zerglings are not there just to kill the army of the Protoss. They are there just to slow him down, maybe if able to kill some key units. And we see these lurkers are super annoying right now, since the observer is far away from there. They do a lot of damage, which hurts a lot of units. And when the really heavy punchers like the Ultralisks and Zerglings and Hydralisks come, they will be able to kill all the Protoss army way faster than usual. Yeah, a lot of Zealots. That's quite nice. But at this stage of the game, when you're about the same upgrades, Protoss and Zerg also have Adrenal Glands, Zerglings are really strong, man. That's a tough thing to face. Three air chambers for Satik, really heavy on upgrades. While on the other side, Azizi has 2 forges, upgrading with just 1, 2, at least for now. And Satik has a lot of explosives. He has this one, good amount of drones. Maybe here are a bit more than the needed, but everywhere else the amount of drones is just perfect for him and his economy. Azizi will try to take fourth or maybe fifth base if lucky enough, but Satik doesn't care, he just goes for the third base, especially since you see the Protoss has nowhere else to mine from. If Satik is able to snipe this Nexus, it will be really tough for Azizi to get back in the game, but he needs to run. Yeah, Azizi is already in place, he will be able to defend this third base of him. Maybe, after all, these Ultralisks are really fat. Battle probes, really strong. Especially, well, if this probe is able to kill an Ultralisk. I will call it the Rambo probe, but it died. So this third base is denied. That's the thing that Ronin was missing. See, Satik is at several places at the same time. That's what you want. Not throw units at the same place over and over again and die and die and die. Satik wins the first game. He takes the lead for the Zergs. 1-0. And this might be a comeback in the race war. If Satik wins the second game, we will have a tie between the both races. And the next map that is Azizi's choice is Dominator, a map for 3 players. Something different. Let me show you the screen so we can look at the map. After all, we watched 3 games for now, and the 3 of them all were on 4-player maps. This is something a bit more different. It's a map that really is inspired by an old map that was called Gladiator. It was popular, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, but this is Dominator. It's a 3-player map, quite cool one, and I think it's slightly Zerg favored, so I'm really curious to see what Azizi has prepared for this one, especially since he picks it. It means that he has something in mind about this map. And on the other hand, Dominator is quite good for Zerg. Like Deja Vu and Dominator, those are the 2 maps that are quite good for Zerg against Protoss. So let's continue. Boom. Azizi is at the top location, while Satik is on the right side at 3 o'clock. Zerg, Protoss. Sometimes Satik likes to go for 4, 5 or 7 pull after the first game. I'm curious to see if this will be the case in this match. In fact, I'm not sure if he really likes, but from experience I know that he isn't shy of going for such thing. Something, by the way, for the Protoss brothers on this map. Here on this position at the top, when you place the pylon, I like to place it right under this little thing here. This is my orientation for where to put the pylon. It's probably okay the way it is right now, but I aim to place it here, just below this corner of the land. Overpull again. It's nothing like special tactics for satik, not rushy tactics for sure. Just standard, old, good, overpull, solid build. Second gateway for Azizi. Okay, that's interesting. Unfortunate for him, he's scouted at the beginning from satik, so satik should be really well aware what is waiting for him on the other side of the map. And there are like two schools of thought how to approach such openings from the Protoss. I personally like to get the extractor as soon as possible. Once I see that there is a second gateway, mine 100 gas, research metabolic speed, metabolic boost, the speed upgrade for the Zerglings, and this allows me to toy around with everything that the Protoss can throw at me. And it is really important to not really commit to what you are facing. I mean, not really engaging. And what satik is doing here is really smart. This way he will split his army in two. Like you see, there are some zealots that are following the Zerglings in the base of Azizi, and there are some zealots that will be going in attack mode. And since it is at both places, and once the Zerg has a lot of Zerglings, he will be able to... Whoa, that's a huge punishment. Like, just 10 probes for Azizi, and Azizi isn't producing any more probes. He's full all-in. He sent... I should really know this, that he sent 3 probes ahead, so he's just mining with only 3, only 7 of course, probes at his main, and he is not producing any more. Super quick lair, yeah, that's the other school of thought. You can go for lair if you're able to block the Protoss aggression. The Protoss who is going for 2-gate expo, it's just no way for him to have anything sufficient against Mutalisks and Spire. Another trope is that now there are 4 zealots and a single probe. 2 more are coming from the back. Just... yeah, I really like how satik splits some units here and there, just to make sure that what's going on the other side. Maybe he's able to be annoying, he will try to do it, but mostly he's gathering information, knowing how many probes are on the other side of the map, how further is his tech, is he going for another Nexus or Forge or something else? And here is the super quick Spire, which will allow him to make like 3, 4, 5 Mutalisks, and there's just no way for Azizi to defend against them. I mean, he doesn't have Forge. His tech is really late. No cybercore yet, just started mining gas. And if satik is able to push Azizi back, maybe even kill this pylon, there will be totally no way for the Protoss to defend and to survive the next wave, which will be coming in a minute. Yeah, this pylon was really important. It's super important. Like many people repeat and repeat Artosis pylon. This is an Artosis. This was an Artosis pylon. No Forge yet, no Expo for Azizi. Maybe Azizi just has to go and attack with everything that he has. He won't do lethal damage, but he will be able just to push satik for a little bit of time. Maybe enough to get something sufficient to defend against Mutalisks, but the battle is going on his side of the map again. Yeah, when you go to get builds like this, it's really important to pressure the Zerg and to keep the pressure on his side of the map. So once he does switches like this one, you will have the time to react maybe accordingly and have something to defend. And yeah, satik won the second game 2-0, and this is a tie between the Protoss and the Zerg. The final battle for racial domination will be between Insu and Y2Kit. That's gonna be interesting, I hope. Yeah, so guys, give me a minute or two. I'll get some water. I'm not sure if I need more coffee. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be back shortly. I can play some music for you. Do you want something fancy? Music requests, anyone? Let's see. This. Okay, let's put something. After all, Y2Kit is a Bulgarian player, so we can play Aziz. But I wonder from where to play it, because I don't want to play it on Spotify. This means that Aziz will be embedded into my Spotify playlist, which I don't want to. And the other thing is YouTube. Maybe let's see how YouTube works in incognito window. Okay. Special for Glucharski. Nightmare.
Тайна няма. Това е неустоимото сърце от какао.
This is the advertisement. Super that. Okay. Enjoy.
Даже и в съня ми, покорен от нейното лице. Дяволските обладава и умът ти замъглява. Тя играе с твоето сърце.
Thankfully I got my earphones and the sound in the room isn't polluted by this that you heard. So, next thing. We are going to watch the final and most important match. It's between White Kit and Insu. It's again PvZ, especially since we are watching Protoss against Zerg race war. Polestar is the first map, like in the previous best of threes, and then the loser of the game will be able to pick next map up out of the ladder map pool. We are beginning. Okay, that's quite a change for now. Insu is on the bottom left side and White Kit is on the bottom right side of the map. So that's something different. In the previous games, both players were positioned vertically and now they are horizontally. So this might be, at least position-wise, things are different now. And in the first best of three, cdfyer opened with a gateway expo, while in the second game Azizi opened with Forge expo, and we are about to see White Kit how he likes to approach it. He goes for a pylon straight into scouting. He's scouting the upper side of the map. So this means that he's probably going for a Forge Expo build, which is the more secure approach, but isn't so flexible, I should say. But while Gateway Expo is really flexible, it's really tricky to navigate. Overpool again for Insu. All the Zergs really enjoy playing solid, I should say, at least for the games that we are watching today. And White Kit is going for a second scout with the second probe that built the forge, which is the super secure approach to this whole build. Now he knows that his opponent already has pulled them, and Insu is going for even less Zerglings than his fellow Zergs. But in the end, if you're going for being greedy, why should not go super greedy like Insu is doing now? A lot of drones, just a few Zerglings, which their purpose is to chase out the probe, maybe kill it if possible. So I like his approach. I really don't like being in the middle ground. In the end, you want to be lethal or you want to be greedy and oh, that's super bad. That's super bad and really punish the greediness of Insu. Like the equalizer. That's really heavy punch. That's really heavy punch, and now Insu may be able to block this probe. Okay, he blocked it, that's good. Third hatchery and now extractor. This means that Insu is going for a solid for hatchery Hydra play, which is really solid. Like in the around 550, 6th minute you can get a good amount of Hydralisks that can knock on Protoss door. But that was a good damage for Y2 Kid, just denying those two Zerglings, killing them, puts Insu in the dark. I mean, his overlord obviously died, and those Zerglings were the tool for him to gather information, like how many zealots does the Protoss have, how many, when is he going out, such things, really important stuff. And now Y2Kid sees the Hydra Den, sees everything, and yeah, he can get home. He knows everything that is important for him right now. He just needs like he needs like 30 seconds to wait to produce a bit more probes and place like a gazillion cannons, and from there you're fine. The Death Overlord at the beginning really hurts the Zerg. I cannot emphasize enough how important this hit was for the Protoss and how much it hurts the Zerg. Speed of the Hydralisks, that's the first research that Insu is going after. And yeah, I like it, I think. And there is this small detail which is really cool for Y2Kid. He put the forge just a tad behind, so now the cannon which is placed here and maybe another one here will be able to defend the forge, so he will be able to finish any kind of upgrade. But it's really late for Insu. I mean, see this whole overlord that died really put him behind, and all of his timings will be off from now for Insu. Like I mentioned, around the 6th minute he should be at the door of the Protoss, and it's already 7th minute, and after the 6:30 Protoss has this good amount of zealots with +1 attack and leg speed that can really do a lot of damage against Zerg, and that was not really the thing that Insu had to go for. He had a good line, yeah, sure, it was on the low ground, but there wasn't a lot of surface for the zealots to do damage, which was the more important stuff here. Yeah, good amount of zealots, 4, 5, 6 gateways, maybe even more coming real soon, but with just a single storm, and I think he already has storm. Oh. Yeah, no micro from Insu, and this storm killed 5 Hydralisks straight away. So now there is close to no chance for Insu to do significant damage with the amount of Hydralisks that he has. The upgrade for the Hydralisk's attack is done, which is good, but now the amount of zealots that Y2Kit is really big. 47 probes. He can push a bit more, but that's a good amount of probes for the 9-minute mark. And now he just wants to walk around, make the Zerg be afraid, and yeah, Insu, I bet that Insu would like to have 5th or 6th hatchery going for him, but he does not have it. So now his army production is really not on par with the Protoss one, and just by shaving some units off, Y2Kit puts himself in a leading position. You see now he can just split some units here and there, try to kill a few drones here and there, while he is massing units at the back. The range upgrade for the Dragoons is halfway done. Whoa. Yeah, these zealots are strong, man, and they already have 1 armor and 1 weapons upgrade. Clearing the X, so now these Dragoons can exit without any issues. Maybe even killing some of these X will help a bit more. And now it's just important for Y2Kit to spend his gas to place these storms, and he has a lot of units. Not so much, not so many, but that's a good amount, healthy amount of army. And the difference in workers is telling a story here. Like one small mistake, like not watching the Overlord in time, leads to so many other mistakes. It really hurts. Yeah, and Y2Kit is a good player. I mean, he has a solid macro, good probe production, 53, 11 minute, it's okay. It's really good. And he plays the build overall well. The things that he is doing them right. I'm wondering, yeah, there isn't a second weapons upgrade for the Hydralisks. The Lurker research is just a little bit late, but it won't really matter since Y2Kit has a lot of Dragoons, already has 2 observers, so they will be able to detect any burrowed units, like workers, obviously. So Y2Kit he's probably waiting for another minute or 2 just to get a little bit more units. How many are there? 6, 7 gateways, not bad. And finally the additional 2 hatcheries that the Insu that I projected was dreaming about. So he will be able to have some good production with these extra drones, even better economy. But isn't it too late, mate? Already a big army for Y2Kit, good concave. I mean, he is approaching the Zerg from all around here, not just in a line going into the lurkers. And yeah, no chance for those lurkers to do almost anything. GG. Aye. Y2Kit is taking the lead for the Protoss mates. One zero. And the next map choice is for Insu. He's going to pick Dominator again. This time it's a more logical choice in my opinion. As I mentioned in the previous best of 3 that we were watching, Dominator is quite good map for Zerg. It isn't imbalanced or something like that, it's just good for Zerg. So it's a logical choice for Insu to pick it. And the next question that we might have is what he's thinking about to do. And I'm really eager to see what's going on in the second game between Y2 Kit and Inso. Protoss at the top side, and at 3 o'clock we see Insu, just like in the previous game where Satik was on the right side and at the top was Zizi. This time game PVZ, green and red. Green and red. The key stuff for Insu in this game is to not suicide any overlords into the opponent. But usually, mate, you're not playing against me. I know that since when you play against me you like to mess around with the scouting overlords pattern, but if you go to this base here, you will be able to scout the Protoss way earlier than if you go to the other position here, like 20 or 30 seconds earlier. And 9 hatchery. 9 hatchery for Insu, really super early hatchery for him. While Y2 Kit saw this hatchery, but I'm not sure if he knows that it is a 9 hatchery, not a 12 hatchery. He should assume so, since there are no overlords yet. But he is going for the Nexus. This is quite good for Insu. He might be able to have enough Zerglings to break some kind of defenses for Y2 Kit. And Y2 Kit, whoa, this is huge. Y2 Kit just killed a drone. Insu's mining is super behind. He does not have enough minerals to produce an overlord. And now this overlord will come just a little bit late maybe, or I'm afraid so. And now since those 7 drones are mining from 5 mineral patches, this will slow him down even more. You see supply blocked, now the overlord is done. Insu wants to have this precious 100 gas so he can research metabolic. And on the other side of the map, Forge is already done, first cannon is in production, maybe a second one. I would like to see a second one. I'm not really sure if Y2 Kit realizes that he is playing against 999 build order, but the damage that he was able to do early on with the probe, the delayed mineral mining time, was quite a lot. And really put Insu behind by quite a lot. So this is almost an all-in build. Like it can be a semi okay, Zerglings inside, they killed the cannon, that's a big one. They killed the cannon and now just the Zerglings should survive just a little bit more time till the more reinforcements come. Yeah, focusing additional cannons is super important. If Y2Kit is able to make this cannon, he has a pretty big chance to survive. But if somehow Insu finds a way, why do you attack this zealot? Just kill this. Okay. And now the gateway is the choice, which is okay. If he is able to kill it, why run around? Bit of mismicro from Insu, which might have costed him the game. After all, the second zealot is out now, and this second zealot provides him huge boost to his defenses. Second cannon, be sure to survive, and from there you will stay alive till the end of the race war. The gateway is killed, nice probe block there with the probes, and after all the core is done and Stargate is in production, which means that the dead gateway isn't such a big deal. If Insu was able to kill the gateway before the core is in production, it could be a big blow to the Protoss tech and production in general. Yeah, from now Y2Kit has a huge lead, like enormously big lead. It will be almost impossible for him to lose the game. He has all the tools to defend himself and all the economy to be super ahead. Switching to lair tech for Insu, maybe something like a final try to get Mutalisks to equalize things, or maybe even Lurkers, not sure. Corsair is out for Y2Kit, just a single one. He doesn't want to commit to more Corsairs, he just wants to see what's the next wave that Zerg might be throwing at him. And once he sees the lair and that there is no Hydra Den, or maybe there will be Hydra Den. No, just have a chamber to be able to produce spores which will keep a small area safe from Corsairs for the Overlords to survive. This automatically means that Insu is going for Mutalisks, and accordingly Y2Kit really smartly goes for +1 attack for the air units and more Corsairs from the Stargate. Second Corsair, maybe third even. Maybe third even. Is there a third? Or maybe just a few cannons around the mineral lines will be enough for Y2Kit to defend from anything that Insu might be throwing at him. More creep colonies, well, a lot of creep colonies. I think that Insu doesn't want to lose the game, at least not really quickly. But if you don't want to lose the game, you need to win the game. That's a key aspect of StarCraft. And yeah, he tried to kill, but just small micro decisions prevented him from doing so. Insu is finally producing Mutalisks. Air weapons upgrade is close to being finished. 3 Corsairs, maybe more. Yeah, 40 is out. And here we have a nice nice pylon that blocks the probe from going out. So yeah, you can see the hotkeys with 2. He has 4, and maybe we will see 4 Corsairs and a probe. Not yet. So some Scourges. Now the cannon that we were thinking about. Just a little bit late maybe, but there are plenty of Corsairs, and the Scourges are late to the party. They didn't follow the Corsair on time, and he's able to retreat where the other cannons are, so they will be safe just for a bit at least. And there is this Archon that is in production. Rise, nice. Whoa, okay, that was really close. Mutalisks killing some probes. Yeah, he was able to shave off some probes from the Protoss production. Yeah. And the Corsairs are not yet on a control together with the probe, which will make them being stacked. There is a ninja in the shadows waiting for a drone to come and slay it before it even starts to make a hatchery. Here is the drone that is going to its doom. And the big attack from White Kit. Not a huge, but it is big. It is big enough to be able to kill a lot of units. Some more are coming. Also there is this High Templar which will storm some of the Hydralisks. And there is no chance even if Insu survives this one attack, and yeah, White Kit has a good timing. And GG. Yeah, well folks, this is how your Protoss met your mom, if you're a Zerg. 2-1, this is the final result from the clown, not clown war, this is the race war. The first race war from the EU4U, StarCraft Pro Tour. We have a nice Discord server where folks from all the countries in Europe gather together, play. There are some challenges going on from time to time, like this week we have a tiebreaker series which will be casted real soon, I hope. Also stay tuned for recordings, you will be able to see them. Let me show you. Yeah, this is the YouTube channel down under stairs. This is the YouTube channel where all the recordings from previous casts will be stored and available for you to see and watch. So don't hesitate to subscribe. And on Saturday I expect Insu together with Cinders. They will cast the Terran against Zerg race war, which was quite interesting as well. So I believe it will be super cool to watch and see. It will be on Twitch, it will be on Insu's stream. Insu is together with us on the chat, so he can paste his link to his Twitch here in the chat, so you can subscribe to him as well and follow him. Once he is going online, you will be notified and see that there will be more StarCraft. Yeah, for me, Grast, I can say I'm happy that you were together with me, and I'm happy that we were able to watch some cool games between Protosses and Zergs, and hopefully we'll see each other more and more real soon and watch more delicious StarCraft. I should say I wish you happy Easter, everyone, because this weekend is going to be a long weekend. It started for me from the beginning of this week, but finally I was able to cast some StarCraft. Yeah, especially long weekend, which I hope you will enjoy. You will play StarCraft, and most importantly, you will meet your friends and family, get together, say cheers, and maybe eat eggs. Yeah, if not possible for you to eat eggs, you can go into StarCraft and bake some workers. Good luck, have fun, and I hope you and I will see each other soon. Bye, friends.